Hello, YouTube. uh, I was talking to Twitch a little bit. uh, I started stream, and I was saying that I was gone for a while, which I have been, and I was about to talk about why, but I ran into some issue with a thing happening on my computer, so I had to take care of that. Uh, and basically, all that was one of the reasons why I was gone, kind of. I started posting on TikTok. I started posting some music clips on TikTok, and uh, that took up some of my time. I had to figure out how to uh, manage how to do that every day and fit that in with my work schedule and my stream schedule. So that was part of it. I'm uploading a video right now, so just gonna do that real quick while I talk. But essentially, I was gone for 3 weeks, mostly because of work. They had me move sites to a different school, so I've had to, sign some paperwork. I had to meet the new team. I had to meet the new kids and all that. I had to gather all my things from the old site, and that was a whole thing. I had to get used to the new site. I had to, again, make sure everything was working with my schedule. And on top of all that, there were a couple things with my laptop in my room that I had to take care of, which was just all a hassle. So we're back. I'm just gonna finish up this video, and we will get to it. But yeah, on TikTok, all I've been doing is they're like a minute long, and it's just a cover of a song. It's got the tablature on the bottom, tablature as in sheet music. So I've been doing that. So far, it's been going well. I haven't blown up or anything. I didn't expect to, but the idea is eventually, if I just keep posting after like a year, maybe I'll get, a good amount of followers, and that'll help me out with, putting my name in the algorithm and all that stuff. Showing people how to play some songs and all that. Apologies. All right, there we go. Oh no! No! Oh Lord! I don't want to blast a bunch of TikToks to my stream. Okay, all right. Sorry for the delay. Let's get into it. We're gonna just continue as we were. It's basically just gonna be black borders for the foreseeable future until I make some headway on the on some of the other achievements that we're working on, which I kind of have. We're starting to tail off on some of them. So we're still working on the chests and the daily challenges. Of course, we're almost done. We've only got a couple months left here, so that will be satisfying to get done. Or maybe even just 1 month, actually. We'll be done by summer, which is great. We finished the golden Bloons. Sorry, I think I muted myself. We finished the golden balloons while I was on break, is what I was trying to say. So we got all these done. Pop 50 golden balloons and magic monkeys only. Pop 500 balloons, 100 balloons, etc., etc. So that is all done. Can't remember if I showed it off stream or showed it off on stream, but we also got the monkey teams done. They're somewhere over here. Oh, there they are. Went 100 times with monkey teams, so we got that done. And for the Odysseys, that's still a work in progress. That's still quite a ways out. We got most of them done, but the longest ones are here. So complete 50 or 100 Odysseys, which we are most of the way through, but those 30 Odysseys, I mean, we got to get through at least 10 more weeks. So that's probably not going to be done until like autumn of this year. Like August, September, somewhere around there. And this is just kind of everything. So Odysseys, challenges, quests, anything that the users make rather than Ninja Kiwi. So we're gonna have to get that done eventually. And we also still have quests. We still have all of these quests to get through. I have not been working on them while I've been off stream, so we have a lot to get done here. So it might seem like we've gotten a lot of progress done, and we kind of have, but we still have a lot more to do, because we have all of that stuff, plus everything else. Contested territory, we've got races, we've got bosses, we've got legends, and the other one, Rogue Legends. Frontier and Rogue Legends, we've got both of those to do, probably. And probably a handful of, like, one-off achievements that are like particularly hard that we need to get done. So yeah, we're like making our way through it, but honestly we're just gonna be sitting here grinding out black borders for a long time. So let's get back into it. Looks like we were on Candy Falls, so let's get back into that. Can't remember what hero we chose to use last time, but let's go ahead and pick another one. Let's do Adora. I feel like we haven't used Adora in a long time. I was thinking either Geraldo, Adora, maybe Corvus. But I feel like out of all of these, we haven't used Adora quite a long time. What 100% category am I going for? I didn't even know there were categories. I don't know. I was just talking about what we're going to work on. It's essentially going to be black borders, achievements, heroes and hero skins, and I think that might be it. I say that like that's not a lot. It is a lot, but it's not quite 100%ing all the insta monkeys and all of that and the multiplayer stuff. There's casual mode only, then there's true 100%, and of course with and without DLCs. Okay, I think we're going to do a little bit of everything, to be honest. I didn't know there were categories like that, but it's going to be no co-op black borders. I know that's a thing. We're not going to do that, because that's just going to take way too long to do. The DLCs, I'm not too sure about yet. I'm not too sure how big they are, so I'm not too sure about those. But everything else, except the insta-monkeys, should be fair game. Oh man, what are we doing here? Impoppable with Adora. So we need like camo, we need purples. And we're gonna need a lot of support. Let me get a Desperado. Let me see if you can hold your own until we can get Adora. I mean, it's the obvious ones because you have all the badges, and then you get all the badges and DLC, and then badges plus ranked. Um, I don't know about the rank stuff. That is new. I think I've like maybe hinted or I've gotten a hint about that once. Uh, Somebody was talking about ranked bosses, and I was saying we haven't gotten there yet, but if that's like a whole thing, then I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of hunkering down for a couple years and just getting this done because I mean I don't know what else I'm gonna do. This is kind of like I just log on, I talk for a couple hours, say hi to a couple people if they show up. You know what I mean? And eventually, maybe we'll get to 100%, but it's sounding like that's a lot of work, like more work than I even expected. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to take it as we see fit. But so far, for the 100%, I've got the achievements, the hero skins, the black borders, and I feel like there's one more thing to cover, but I can't remember. There's only 2 people that have all the badges, including ranked. And there's only been 3 since ranked has been added. Alright, that sounds like something that probably is going to be out of my skill range then. I've never been one to top the charts in a video game. I'm not I'm not a savant like that. I'm not, super skilled like that. So probably won't be doing that. We can try it, but I probably won't be doing all that. I think I'm just kind of shocked by how much this game has to offer. To be honest with you, this game was kind of just one of my first choices to start streaming because it's very casual. You don't have to do much. It lets me talk and not have to worry about like high-level gameplay at the same time, or at least not yet. And of course, I've grown up with these games. I've grown up since Bloons Tower Defense like 2, I think. So I've been used to the games not really having all that much content. All of a sudden, Bloons 6 came out, and still being updated to this day. So I say we're gonna 100% it, and of course we've been working towards it, but I don't know, man. Just seems like at a certain point it just becomes kind of ridiculous. I'm still enjoying my time, though. For ranked, you'd have to place first, second, and third in 3 different competitive modes. Okay, so like the rank stuff, that's like races and bosses, right? Is there any more stuff? Or is it just bosses and races? So you'd have to pick... You'd have to place first, second, and third. Race, boss normal, and boss elite. Okay. I mean... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be placing first in any of those things, considering people like Aesop exist. I'm definitely not at that skill level. If I ever did try to do something like that, it'd probably be It would probably be after I complete everything else, and I'm just kind of grinding out attempts. I don't know though. Jesus. Excuse me. I don't know what just lodged itself in the back of my throat, but that was pretty bad. Oh, apologies. Aesop does not even reach top 10 in those? Yeah, see? How am I supposed to reach number 1 if somebody like Aesop can't even get top 10? Whew. Let me put this village, let me put you like there. I usually would try to get something going with the farms to generate more money, but I think, honestly, just a single top path farm is going to be plenty for now. We might need more later, but Adora can definitely hold her own for a while. And as long as we can get some camo on you, then we're looking pretty nice. Different choice of how you play. He plays for content. Yeah, that's true. I don't do all the editing stuff and the the over the top like modded stuff. I don't do that. I feel like part of me does want to, if I'm honest with myself. Part of me wants to make content like that, but it's just kind of too hard. I don't know how to edit. I don't even know the first thing about making an edit like that, let alone keeping up a channel for multiple years, but I don't really know how to edit like that. And I don't know how to host like that. I don't know how to create like a script or even just improv and create that kind of like over the top kind of persona. I don't know, I just can't do it. Which is why I kind of treat this as like, you can call it content, but it's not like that. Like I said, it's just kind of, I'll just hang out for a couple hours. Maybe people roll in and say hi, like a cafe type of thing, you know what I mean? Just chill out for a little bit. He's just himself. No, I get that. I'm saying, like, in general, I think, well, most content creators will have some kind of, maybe not persona or character, but they'll have some kind of, they'll have to put on, like, a, I don't know the word, like, they have to exude a certain kind of energy to maintain that kind of project. And I just can't really do that myself. Okay, I don't really remember what just happened there. I think a bunch of camos just leaked, so we're gonna need like a... I think we can do something similar to what we just did. But maybe let's put a glue gunner next to that village we had. Yeah, we'll put you like there. Not too sure what the strategy is yet. Pretty weird combo. Glue gunner, desperado, Adora. And then we're gonna need something to tie it all together eventually. Man, what a mess for the beginning of the stream, man. My body is like not happy today or something. I don't know. Weird. Let me just make sure this TikTok video is up and not muted and okay. We are good to go. We're good to go. Oh man, what is happening? Man, if I would have known I was gonna feel like this during stream, I maybe just would have taken another day off. Give me a moment. I think I'm gonna stand up and do some stretching or something. 'Cause I don't know. Maybe it's the coffee I'm drinking or something, but I just can't get comfortable. I don't know what it is. Give me a moment. Alright, lock in, you guys. Lock in. Lock in. I don't know. I'm not too sure what's going on with my body today, but I guess that's just kind of what happens, you know? The human condition and all that. So, let me go ahead and talk about a little bit why I was gone and what I've been up to. I did talk about it a bit already, but basically, like I said, I just got moved in my work to a different site, and it was very sudden. I had no warning at all. I just kind of got pulled out of work one day, and they were like, hey, we're gonna send you home, and next week you need to start at a different site. We're switching you out with a different employee over there, so you guys are gonna you know, you're gonna swap positions and all that. So that all went down. It was pretty smooth. You know, all things considered, I think it was pretty smooth. I'm enjoying the new group. I mean, not that I didn't enjoy the other one, but I'm also enjoying this group. So that all went down very suddenly, very unexpectedly. I've been navigating that. And then also, like I said, TikTok has been kind of introduced itself into my life, kind of. I was already on TikTok as a scroller, as a viewer. I've been using it for years. Probably my most used social media by far. So I'm definitely not like unfamiliar with TikTok, but I just had this idea to just start posting there because I've had this account, you know, for how long now, and I'd never post on it. I was like, you know what? If I've been posting on Twitch, if I'm, you know, on YouTube, maybe it'll help my numbers out eventually if I can get some cross-platform stuff going. Once I incorporate like Instagram into that, maybe some stuff will, you know, I can start taking a part in content posting everywhere, and then that will be kind of my job if I can get that to take off, right? So for TikTok, as just like I said, posting music clips, I take a bass or a guitar, and I just post a minute of a song with the tablature on the bottom. Pretty basic. Like I said, I don't really know how to make really, really, truly engaging content at the moment. So for now, it's just a lot of doing what I can, using what skills I have to try to stand out just a little bit. And then eventually, once I get into the habit of it, I can start changing some stuff up and becoming a little more unique, right? So that's going well. It's been a couple weeks now. I started 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the final thing that I was working on that kind of prevented me from streaming a bit was some stuff in my room. I mentioned there was a couple things in my room I had to take care of. The fan in my computer, I replaced, the one that was making all that noise that I was complaining about before. I replaced that, so you shouldn't hear that anymore while I talk. I'm not too sure it was like super audible, but if it was audible, it's not anymore, so that's been taken care of. I took care of some OBS stuff after that because if you think about it, if you're like tech savvy a bit, if you have a faulty fan in your system, whether it be a computer or just like an AC system or something like that, anything with a fan, if your fan is not rotating at full speed, it's going to hinder the performance of the system, right? So my fan was slowing down my CPU a bit because all the processes could not be handled properly because the fan was not cooling the system enough. So that was all replaced. So now the system's at, you know, what it can run it, or it's at its full potential basically. So I changed some OBS settings. I changed some DaVinci settings. So hopefully the videos look maybe a little more consistent. There's not a lot of change between them, hopefully. And hopefully the streams especially should be more consistent. There should be, hopefully, I'm hoping less lag. No, like less crashes, hopefully. Maybe not no crashes, but less crashes. and then we should be able to handle, whatever games I throw at it for the foreseeable future. I'm not going to be playing anything crazy like Expedition 33, or like Baldur's Gate, with, all that complexity and a huge engine to run and all that. I'm not going to be doing anything like that, but the games that I do have planned for the future, we should be able to run them with no problem. So that all happened. I did all that for my computer. And in terms of my room, the room maybe was a little less demanding, but I had to take care of some stuff with my audio setup over here. I had to rearrange a couple things that you can't see over there. So yeah, that was a bit of work that I had to do.